Hey Scorpio, very interesting. Wheel of Fortune. All right, things have been one way, they're about to change direction. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is about unplanned changes. It's about divine timing. It is about things that you have no control over, things that are destiny, basically karmic connections, etc. So, the theme of the month here for me would say if you're thinking about reconciling and you guys haven't been speaking, more than likely at some point you will be speaking. If you have been speaking, there may be a silence come in. But for a majority of you, I feel like this is kind of saying, all right, you may be onto divine timing, so there may be a good possibility. For others, it may be the divine timing is coming to an end, or any chance of divine timing is coming to an end, and the connection will be lost. So very 50-50 coming into the read, but let's see what else is going on here. All right, so your current position coming into the read is the Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities, new beginnings, a plethora of opportunities. This is an abundance card, but again, a new beginning. Now, normally I would think of this as like a new beginning with somebody else, but I'm really getting a strong sense of like new communication from your ex, new possibilities from your ex. Now, again, it's almost coming along business-like because this is an earth sign card. It's almost like a formality. Like if you haven't spoken in a long time, it might be a little uptight. It might be a little like, how are you? Fine, how are you? Instead of like, I miss you, I love you. I don't think it's going to come in like that. I think the communication is going to be brisk, to the point. Hi, I was thinking about you the other day. Boom. Like that's it. It's not going to be, I miss you, I want you. Because I think that you both have the strong connection and you're both tired of being away from each other, but you guys aren't sure how to come together. And there were some discrepancies here, like maybe some, dishonesty, or just, it doesn't feel very dramatic though, Scorpio. It doesn't feel like, oh, you slept with my best friend's sister-in-law. Like it feels more like there were differences here that just could not be managed. And, the passion kind of went out the window, but you still have this strong connection. You still feel this like it's like tugging at my stomach, like you feel like this is like a twin flame connection, and I feel like they very much do, for a lot of you as well. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and there you have it, the Lovers, a duality, a feeling of identity with each other, that strong connection. So again, like I said, it may be slow and it may feel a little impersonal. Okay, whatever communication comes towards you, I feel like it's coming towards you. You may brave it and reach out, but I really feel like they'll be coming towards you because maybe they're the ones who wanted the break, or they're the ones who had the indiscretion, or whatever it is for you. So I kind of feel like you've been like, nope, I'm not, like, I will not contact you. If you want something to do with me, you need to pick up the phone, you need to text me, call me, etc. And I feel like they're going to, if they haven't already, because for some of you, I feel like this chapter just opened like a couple weeks ago, even if it was just a, hey, I was thinking about you, or hey, I saw our favorite show, or whatever it is. So you're definitely feeling more inclined to connect again, to have that connection. There's passion here, there's love here. It's like you guys needed a break to find that again, or you needed a break from all the bullshit and the fighting and the tormenting each other in the games in order to find what you loved about this person originally. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood, and this is the King of Swords. So this is, it feels like you've always, not always, but oftentimes in relationships, you felt like you had to seek the truth, or you felt like, and this is also like you, at one point were married and got divorced. Now, not the person you're dealing with now. This is distant, and I feel like it doesn't pertain to this person, but you've had scenarios in the past where there was a divorce, or again, some sort of infidelity or cheating, and justice was served, but it ended and it was negative. It's like you've had to seek some sort of truth from partners in the past that you're just tired of it. You're just like, look, I'm one of those people that I won't deal with an ounce, a shred of bullshit anymore, because I have done it in the past and it hurts. So if you can't be open with me and you cannot communicate with me, then we have a big problem. Because even though Scorpios are water signs, which can be very emotionally involved, Scorpios, on the other hand, are both almost like an earth sign and a water sign, because it's like a Scorpio can have the direct communication and the conversations that need to be had. Whereas like a Scorpio or a Cancer or Pisces are more emotional and their feelings get involved. And Scorpios can be emotional when it's needed and then be very straightforward and very honest and direct when it's needed. And so Scorpio, whoever you're dealing with now, you're kind of like, we've had the hard conversations, and I told you I won't deal with any crap, I won't deal with any craziness. So to you it was a big deal whatever happened. Maybe it was a secret about money, maybe it was a secret about a vice, maybe it was, a secret about talking to another person. For some of you, yes, you're gonna be like, oh, they cheated, they broke my heart. I get that. This is a general read. But for a lot of you, like I said, I don't see the drama in it, but whatever they did hit you hard. It hit you at home because you've dealt with the BS and you made it very clear to this person. These are my expectations. If we're going to be together, you're not talking to other women or men. And not like you're trying to control the situation, but it's almost like they were very loosey-goosey and you were kind of like, no, this is what a relationship means to me. I'll pour my heart and soul out to you. I'll give you everything, but I expect that in return. And it feels like they were just kind of flimsy about it, very, lackadaisical in certain areas. All right, the next card you have, and because of your past, you've made it very clear to them you won't deal with that kind of attitude because it's very important to you. Now, this is very interesting. You have the wheel coming up twice. So there's something about to happen, like big time destiny, big time unplanned changes. Get ready for it, Scorpio, like strap in, because the Wheel of Fortune, this is your past couple weeks, past month or two. So either they are already communicating with you, or they've been on your mind, or you've been on their mind a ton. And for some of you, this is unexpected because a lot of you kind of have already gotten over it, and you not necessarily have moved on, but you've gotten over that part. You know how when you break up, you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. It's like a constant, you can't get them off their mind, they can't get you off their mind, but you've gotten past that. You're like focusing on work and kids and other things in life. But the wheel flipped, and now they're like on your mind constantly, or you're on their mind, or both. Like the connection all of a sudden got tighter. The connection all of a sudden, like you felt the pull. You were like, whoa, it's like this rope between your stomach and their stomach, and all of a sudden you're both like, whoa, why are they on my mind all the time? Why am I on their mind all the time? Like it's almost like the connection reignited. And the wheel is saying like, something the past couple of weeks has warned you about the Scorpio, and not necessarily in a negative way. Again, this could be divine timing. Maybe before it wasn't the right timing. Maybe before they didn't take it seriously, and now they are. And maybe you're at a point now where you can forgive and forget and say, okay, we could get back, we could do this. I'm at a point now where I can get over, maybe I overreacted a little bit, or maybe because I've had some past hurts, I've let that become something that I'm insecure about. And now like they realize like, oh, I should have been more, careful in this area, because they expressed to me that this was a deal breaker and I screwed up. And so now I'd like to see that change. So having the wheel here, this is big time Scorpio. And for a lot of you, I think you felt it. Like, you're probably like, I know, I felt something. I felt the pull. They contacted me. And even if they haven't contacted you, like, it's been like dreams. I see somebody out there having a dream about, somebody opening the door and seeing your ex. Maybe that's nobody, but somebody out there had a dream and like opened the door and their ex was standing at the door. Or maybe that happened in real life. Somebody's ex was standing at the door. All right, the next card you have is your distant future over the next couple of months, and you have the Emperor, which is Aries card, so you could be dealing with an Aries. But the Emperor is very strong, very traditional, very stable, somebody who has high value. So I feel like this is something you guys can build on, which actually you've had one of the most positive reconciliation reads thus far. Because the Emperor is strong, somebody that you can count on. And so I feel like this person may come back and be like, look, you can count on me. Maybe I haven't shown you that. Maybe I have bullshitted you. Maybe I have pulled the wool over your eyes. Maybe I didn't realize. It's like, you don't realize what you've got until it's gone, right? That cliche saying. And all of a sudden they're going to step up 10 times stronger. And see, the thing is, Scorpios are very strong. But last year you went through a lot of ups and downs. You had a lot of like hills to climb. We talked about like, your wall suddenly breaking down slowly, and then all of a sudden something would happen and it would be back up. And so this person is like going to knock that wall down again in a way that you can feel secure and safe with them. The next card you have, I don't know why I can't pick these up today, excuse me, is what's going to happen throughout the month So the next few weeks, your immediate future. And you have the moon. All right, so this makes total sense. The moon is kind of shady, but I don't think this person is being shady. Now, this is also Pisces card, so you could be dealing with a Pisces energy or a Cancer because the moon represents Cancer as well. But the thing about the moon, and I always use this analogy, is like you're in the woods and you see a giant rock, right? And you don't know, you've got a sliver of a moon, and you don't know if that rock is a giant bear that can eat your feet or if it's a rock. I meant an object, not a rock. So it's a giant object, and you don't know, again, if it's a bear that can eat your feet or if it's a rock. And so you're paranoid. You're fearing something that hasn't happened. It's an illusion, but it's also a dreaminess. So on one hand, you're feeling like, hey, could we make this happen? I'm missing this person. I can tell that they're missing me. They've been on my mind. I bet I've been on their mind, etc. But at the same time, you're going, oh, shit. Like, I've been down this road before. I don't know if I could handle it again. Like, something bad's bound to happen. Like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. So stop doing that, Scorpio. I know easier said than done. But again, this is a fear of something that has not happened yet. And if they're coming out like this, then, you know, your fears, obviously, you have a right to feel this way, but they may be a bit of a paranoia. The next card you have is something that's going to happen in the month, being the beginning, middle, end, something tangible, could last for 20 minutes, could last for a day, etc. You have the Magician. I love this for you. The Magician is manifesting something. And Cancer got this too, so you might be dealing with a Cancer. The Magician is being able to, you know, turn water into wine or wine into water, whatever your preference is. This is somebody who can make things happen. And I feel like that if you're thinking about this person, if you put out in the universe, like, my intent is, you know, let them come towards me, or if they communicate with me, I will communicate back. Maybe you've ghosted them, maybe you haven't been talking to them, or vice versa. But this is like, all of a sudden, you're going to say to the universe, you know, you're going to put your intention out there and go to bed at night and say, you know, if they'd like to talk to me, or if they're missing me like I'm missing them, or if they're feeling the way I am, or if they feel this connection, please have them reach out to me, or let them know, you know, that my intention is good, that the communication will be good, that, you know what I mean? And so I feel like this is you kind of meditating about it this month and saying, you know, look, I feel like there's some positive things here. The cycle's not done between us, obviously, between the two wheels. So there's other lessons we need to learn here. It's kind of like a karmic connection, right? The next card you have is anything you're feeling throughout the month. And this is internal. So again, this is interesting that I said that about, the setting the intent, because this is the Hierophant and this is Taurus's cards. You could be dealing with a Taurus, but the Hierophant is about religion. It's about listening, meditating, teaching. It's about this game of life, right? This chessboard, and asking the universe to guide you and have your back and letting the universe take the wheel. And the Hierophant's been showing up a lot with people. So I think a lot of people are kind of saying, you know what, I'm not going to push it. I'm going to ask for it, that if this person's feeling the same, or if this person is wanting me back and they, you know, understand how I feel or what happened, or what the situation, you know, why I felt the way I did, or why I needed to do what I did, and you know, and cut them out because of things that maybe were not succinct in having a healthy relationship. And you're just saying, again, to the universe, like, I'm willing to have a conversation with them. I miss them and think about them as like a dual identity. And so, you know, this is you just leaving it up to chance. You're not going to push it. I don't feel like you're going to reach out and communicate with them. You may, but for majority of you, I think you're just going to will them to communicate with you, because for a lot of reasons they really should, because I feel like it is, you know, they need to show that they truly want this with you and desire, you know, a reconciliation. Now, the next card you have is Hopes and Fears, and this makes perfect sense. This goes along with the moon right here. The Tower, again, this is internal. This is a fear. So this isn't not reality. This is not what's going to happen. This is an internal fear. The Tower is devastation and destruction, and oh my God, things are burning, buildings are crumbling. And so your fear is, if we do this again, or if we come together, I love them a lot. And I feel like this is a karmic connection and that we're meant to be together, but your fear is that your biggest fears are going to come true. That your biggest fears are they're going to tear your wall down, they're going to come back in, and then once they get your wall torn down, they're going to hurt you. And I don't feel like that when they're standing here as the Emperor. I don't feel, but I do understand why you're feeling. I mean, come on, some of you got the shit end of the stick. I am not denying that by any means. But if you truly love this person, you truly care about them, you have to be prepared that this could happen. I don't think it will, or not anytime soon, but you know, you have to be prepared that if you put your heart on your sleeve and you allow it to come in, not everybody's reconciliation is going to be 100%. Not that I think, I mean, you guys have literally one of the best reconciliation reads this month. Okay, well, we're done. I hope you guys have a great month. I'll see you next month. I'm just kidding, but like really, karmic connection, twin flames, etc., etc. Your outcome is the Two of Cups. Are you serious, Scorpio? And you know what's so interesting? And I've said this in almost every read since I've been splitting these up. The most interesting thing to me is that even though I'm doing these separate, you guys are so connected regardless of your situation. I realize you're all Scorpios and you're probably like, Dark Dove, it should be. But no, it's unbelievable to me how encrypted the reads are, or like how flowing they are for signs. Because I've been doing reconciliation, 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 then singles, singles, singles. I do them in threes because I like threes. And I've been doing them back to back of other signs because I didn't want the cards to seem like, okay, well, it's just flowing off of the other read. But your read, the singles got the Two of Cups too. I can't explain to you. It's like doubles. It's very, and Scorpio this month for you guys, whether you're reconciling or single, is very heightened where love is concerned. But your reconciliation is very possible. The Two of Cups, karmic connection, twin flame, soulmates, whatever you want to say it. People always correct me. It's soulmates or it's karmic or what. I don't care. Like, I just know it's a very good card, and whatever you believe is what you believe. I know that this is one of the top cards you can get for love. And then you have this divine timing. I feel like now is that divine timing for you, Scorpio. Now is the time where the connection could be made and it could be possible. And I do feel like they will come back and they will have nothing but love to give. And I feel like you will let your wall down again. And you will also, I think, recognize that I don't necessarily think, now for some of them, yes, their intent was malicious if they cheated or whatever. That's just terrible behavior for two people, right? But I feel like I said, for a lot of you, it was just you couldn't get on the same page. Some of it just doesn't feel as traumatic as, you know, a lot of other reads that I've had where it's like, oh, they lied, they cheated, they stole your heart. And I'm sure, like I said, a lot of you may have had that happen. But whatever the case is, it's coming to fruition in a much better... But you will have to begin like new beginnings. Like this isn't a pick up where we left off. This is a I love you and how can we make this happen? And then you have the Hierophant twice. Gosh, you have doubles. 2 Hierophants and 2 Wheel of Fortunes. Gives me chills. It's divine timing. This is divine timing. If it's meant to be with this person, if it's meant to happen, now's the time. In the next month or two, it's going to happen because, I mean, legitimately. And 5s may be something for you, 5s or 10s, which 5, double 5, and you get 10. I don't know, something creepy here. Not creepy in a bad way, just spooky to me a little bit because 5 times 2 is 10 and you have 2 10s. Anyways, so there's something significant here where it is a higher power at play. Like it is, if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And I feel like it's coming a lot sooner than you think. And your final card here, clarifying distant future, is the 6 of Wands, which is victory, it's achievement, it's pride. It's something you can feel good about. So Scorpio, by far, probably the best reconciliation video I've done this month. I only have 2 more signs to read, and I have a feeling yours is the one that hits it out of the park this month. So I feel like you deserve it. It's been a long time coming. I'll see you.